I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All Complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CTA Review. Today is April 15, Monday 2024. Hope you had a good weekend. So we had this big ass bearish day as we figured because of that liquidity pool. We watched Friday's video, so it makes sense. We were saying that all the other assets, ES and Dow, had already broke structure, and we were expecting NAS to finally break structure. So they did that today. Very clean, right through all this, came right down and got into this breakout imbalance right here, and that's where we're at. So where are the writings on the wall? Well, before I get into all that, what we did is we opened up, we gapped down. So when I was mentioning gapping down on the YouTube channel's community tab or whatever, we gapped down. It wasn't that big of a gap, but it was good enough. And it didn't keep going or anything. But with the gap down, that's basically an indication of what direction it's going. It didn't gap up, it's gapping down. So I'm talking in general speaking. But anyways, price retraced back up to a 50% level and also came right back to the previous week. Open gap to the head. All right. So you had everything you needed. I mean, the price retraced. I mean, remember, we have all this imbalance and people selling from yesterday. So as you could see, not yesterday, I mean Friday. So when we did all this, lower high, lower high, lower high, right? So we came back up. If you put a fib here, just to get the understanding here, from this range to this range, okay? So you came back to a 50% plus you have that gap. Now, 50% can be very, very tricky, obviously, because it can go up or down. But what's the bias? I mean, ask yourself, what was the bias? You already know that Asia, you already know Dow and S&P are broke structure, number one. Number two, you know constantly that the overseas talk conversation is heavy. Like it's literally every 5 minutes, right? So that should tip you already. We're talking about NAS traders, right? But that should already give you, if you had to make a decision, gun to the head, is it going up from here or down from here? Well, you're going to have to say down, right? So to keep it simple, and do you have this previous week chart, gap on your chart? I mean, if you didn't, then you'd be blind, right? But let's look at I'm going to try to look at this at the 15-minute as well. Try to fit all this in because there's a lot of movement here, obviously. So let me scrunch that up. See that? So see that lower high right there? That was the 9:30 and 10 o'clock of Friday's sell, right? At the gap. Right, we came back up, we gapped, we came back up, right, and we took that liquidity out. So I'm not ready at 8:30. I'm not even trading 8:30. It's Monday. I never trade before 9:30 on a Monday. So I didn't care what this news was. I even slept in a little bit, tiny bit longer, but I don't, for what? You don't need to. This would have put you on the wrong side of the market anyway. So that's another reason why I don't like trading previous 9:30 anyway. Because sometimes it'll trick you into the wrong direction. You just go, oh yeah, we're gonna keep going up. But anyways, I'm trying to do this all in so this 5 minute here, so you can see. Well, I got to go to 1 minute, but you can see right here that we raid that high, and we have already raided this liquidity. So that's really the big key here. Plus the opening range gap, which is in this gray here. Was purple last week, now it's gray. Now this is our new week opening gap, this purple one, right? I'm gonna go to a 1 minute so this can make fire sense here. I'll show you some fire here. So on a 1 minute, look at to the head, retraces, leaves that inversion imbalance. You know we're at the, well, if your bias is correct and you're coming down, then you know that you're going to look for some type of manipulation. So, all right, you pop that high right there. And then here, raids. And then right here, this is 9:30, obviously. And You could have got in before. If you didn't and you missed this whole move down, fine, no problem. What was this targeting? It comes down and takes out that pool of liquidity right there that's sitting there pre with the data lows of 830, right there, and that's a more perfect reason why not to be involved. But there's a lot to talk about in this video, but I'm trying to make it simple. So anyways, 930 breaks down, no problem. All right, comes down, takes out that liquidity, and then boom, comes to the 50% of the open range. Perfect. Okay, what does it do? Buys up, retraces back, wiping out any momentum artists, and gets right back into the opening, last week's opening week gap. And then you have this imbalance. So I have this inversion imbalance. Let me move it over. All right, let me zoom in. All right, so you got this. So the resistance, right? So you're looking at this as a break of structure, so to speak, right? Retracing back. Hopefully you're bearish. All right. Comes right back into this 1 minute imbalance. 50% of that. Look how it tags it beautifully, right? Plus, you have so much confluence here. Plus, you have this inversion imbalance. You drag that out. Perfect. Respects it beautifully, even at the 50%. Bodies as well. And even if you drag these down candles, these down candles right here, and dragged it out, that'd be another resistance blocks all right there, all connected together, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, right? So you have this perfect zone here of why to sell. Okay, cool. So when we took out that low, we came up, drive 1, retrace back. And in this scenario, I got it highlighted just so you can see it, but this inversion imbalance here, right? Drag that out. And then you have this imbalance here, plus this down candle, this 937 candle. Yep, 9:37 a.m. candle, right? Drag that out. So price comes back in and is pretty much trying to get you in early, right? And then drive 3 more drives. So 2 more drives. 1 and then another one. Just to get those people out at the last second. No close of the body. We're talking about the 10:01 candle. And now it is 10 o'clock. It is the 10 o'clock candle. So that's why you technically want to generally wait for the 10 o'clock candle. At this time, this is the 10 o'clock candle with this big drop. Look what it did if you look at it here. Sorry, I might not be zoomed in. So the 10 o'clock candle opens and it comes up and makes a wick, right? And it's about 50%, and it's about 50% of the previous 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. 4-hour candle. So these are the details you got to be seeing and expecting. But see how this 10 o'clock candle, look where 10 o'clock opens, right here, right? Where are you? Right here. So this 10 o'clock candle right here, this 10 o'clock 1 minute candle right here. See how it opens up? All right, so you all have already established these 2 drives. This 10 o'clock opens up, it comes up conveniently. So that's a model in itself. You know, the 10 o'clock candle will come up and then turn around and wipe out the liquidity of on the internal side, right? Not saying here, which could, I suppose, but we're not discussing that. But then it comes up 10:01, literally 10:01 comes up, wipes them out, and starts breaking down. So comes down here, then you leaves an imbalance right there. There's 2 there. There's 1 right there and there's 1 right there. You can see how it taps right in there. See that? Taps right in. All right, comes down, nice little gap, respects it, comes down. This imbalance stays unfilled. Why? Because it is a gap that is going to show strength and come to wipe out liquidity. So it stays unfilled. Next gap right here. Look at this. Next gap right here. Price shoots all the way through. Okay. And God, there's so much to talk about. And at this moment, by the way, here was another gap. I'm gonna try to zoom in. I don't know why it doesn't fucking show it on this time frame. I wish somebody can help me with that. But so this low here, this great buy right here at the 50%, and they're sitting at a gap as well, right? So then I discussed this already, right? And then shoots down, okay? Shoots down and wipes out that piece of liquidity. See these two little candles right here? This these two, you can see that. So this price shoots down, takes out that liquidity. So the reason why this is also, so what is this? This is sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, fucking major sell, right? So lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. So when this area right here takes out those two pieces of liquidity, it shoots up. Where does it go? Look how beautiful this is. I mean, fuck. Comes right to that low of any buyer's remorse, to the head, to the exact fucking tick, all right, with an imbalance sitting in there, and sells off. So that's your lower low, your lower high. To be honest with you, I couldn't believe that this day got any easier. And then what's it called? What do you call it? So now I have this green highlighted here because this would be generally a minimum target. Why? Because we have the open. I'm going to zoom out a little bit, right? We go back to the open of the week. So when we consolidated and we speakered out here, well, here when we gapped down, we came down and then we shot up, all right, and then retraced back to that low, right? So a lot of Asian traders or a lot of traders who are waiting for the market to open, they bought right here. Now, or even bought right here. So where is it? Can you see it? This is a consolidation, original consolidation. This is a shift because right here you got the speaker going on, right? You don't have specific direction yet, but you understand what's kind of happening. It's consolidated. You can see on the 15-minute. And then when this shoots up, it's a shift and it retraces back. All right, you put a fib from here to here. I bet you that's a 61 or 70, guaranteed. Let's do it. I haven't even done this. See if I can make this. There you go. See that? Perfect. Right to a 70. I'm sorry, a 61 right there. And I'm just giving you the idea. The point is that this is structure. You have structure now. Right away, you have structure. And what is it doing? It's buying up. So this is the lower. This is a low that we're talking about here. This is a low, and it's a lower high, right? So low, lower high, lower low. So that's the whole goal here. But this is when it reaches a low, and you'll see it consolidate and speaker out and shift out, right? And this is your shift. So higher high, higher low. Let's walk through it. Higher high, higher low. Comes up, comes back down, another higher low. That's liquidity. That's what I was just talking about. I'll go through it real quick. Look at it. Higher high, higher low. Higher high, higher low. Higher low, higher low. That's the 830. It's a higher low, higher high, right? And then you anticipate the break, right? If you're selling in here, this is the curve of buying, and then on the right side, this is the curve of selling, right? So on that right side of the curve, you're gonna have your low risk sell, which is definitely right here. If you didn't, that's fine. You don't even need to take this. This is your next low risk sell, breaks structure, comes back up 3 drives. This is your low risk sell. This is your first distribution. All right, comes down, and then once it came down, look to your left, it did take out those 2 pieces of liquidity. Okay, cool. So what does it do now? We just discussed it. Almost sealing the range. That's fine. Retraces back to the head. Closes. This candle here, this 10:16 p.m. candle, 10:16 a.m. candle, holds as resistance. Look how the price comes right back to the head and hits that candle right there. And then this is another leg down. So from lower low to lower high to lower low to lower high to then ranging out. All right, some drives here, manipulation. Now you've hit that. So this green line that I was trying to explain, that was that low, right? So they're coming to hunt that. Obviously, the bigger picture is to wipe out this whole pool, right? So but I'm just giving you context of during the day. So lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. These lows. Why does it do that? It's hard to show this. Okay, lower low, lower high. So pops up 3 more times. Little, very, very, very little retrace right back into the dealing range right here. And this is a resistance. So on a 5 minute, let's go to a 5 minute because it'll be a little more clear. Where are you? All right, let me zoom in here. So right here, if I was to, where's that? So this last up candle right here on this time frame, as you can see, this is the 10:15 a.m. candle. We're just digging into it. All right, so lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Got the manipulation up. Obviously, when they're about to come down, just like here, when they're about to come down, they're gonna constantly put wicks up and try to get you out. So by the time they drop it, you missed it, right? And in a way, also making you impulsive to get in it, right? And it's the same story with the lower lows, with the lower highs, the whole way down. So that's basically what I'm trying to say. What's going on here, right? But see, I picture this flow anyway. However it turns out, I picture this, right? And I'm sure I don't have to draw this out, but just gonna do it anyway. Sink the hell, right? So you see that? So it is very basic. It's just you understand that you're gonna get that manipulation, right? So that being the case, you get to the opening range, and we pop back up for another lower high. This is a control of price, what I call it. So this last candle up, no price ever comes back above it. So you're not expecting price to come up if you're bearish, and we happen to be very bearish, right? But this is a prime example of a control of price, this 10:15 a.m. candle. So no price ever breaks it, comes even back to it multiple times. Right here, every one of these candles is coming up here. Okay, then it doesn't. Then it pops up 3 more times, rejects each time, right? That's what you want to see. But and then sells off. So now, let me zoom out just a tiny bit. All right, so now this price shoots down for another lower low. Now the price obviously doesn't get pretty. It's in a rush and it's heavy, so you're not going to get your traditional structure here. But every single candle is respected, except for these two. Other than that, every single candle the whole way gets respected constantly. Even this candle doesn't get broken. See this candle right here? Doesn't get broken. And it just starts to range out just like any bottom, right? Now I'm not saying this is the bottom yet, which I'll get in that conversation, but to the right here, you'll see. So while I'm coming down, look here too. I need a bigger screen. Not screen, but so yeah, I'm just kind of do it like this maybe. But actually I'm gonna go to a 4 hour here. Let me change this one to a 4 hour. So that'll make sense. So as we're coming down the 1 minute, or this is a 5 minute, but so we're coming down on the 5 minute, we come down. At this point we have wiped out Friday's low. Okay. Next is what? Thursday's low. Next is what? Wednesday's pool. Right there. Right? Wednesday's low. And then obviously this low that will break structure that we were talking about, which is Friday of March 15th. Right? So as we're coming down right here, you see this? We come down, we broke Friday's low, and we've taken out now Thursday's low. At this moment, we've taken out Thursday's low. Okay. So very, very vague retrace. Okay. And this imbalance holds as resistance. So in this type of scenario, Again, you're not getting structure. You're not really getting the pullbacks up or anything like that. It's ready to go. So in a case like this, you want to identify your imbalance. Again, here another breakaway imbalance right here. You can see we never come right back. We never come above it or to test it because it's before taking out that liquidity of Friday's low. See how Friday's low is right here? See how Friday's low is right here? Look to the right on the 1 minute chart. See how this gap did not get retouched or retraced to, or for buyer's remorse or anything here or anything like that. On the Friday, if you look at the Friday's low, when we broke Friday's low, we came down and we come and retrace back up into Friday's low with that imbalance, and that's how you refine it right there. And actually, it's 50% of this middle wick, actually. Right there. See that? The 12:25 p.m. 5-minute candle. Anyways, found resistance there, shot down. Where's it going? Blowing through everything. Blowing through everything. Blowing through everything. And now we're here. So we get down here and we speaker out. So they're going to trick you. Let me just go to 1 minute. There's no way to make these videos short. And I haven't even showed trades. And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm tired. I'm not going to... I want to have my own piece, and what I'm going to do is just teach. I've done everything else, but the one thing I haven't done is just teach instead of showing trades. So I'm going to keep that to myself, and I'll show you how everything moves and everything. But I'm going to keep it private for a while and see how that goes. And anyways, so this is a 1 minute now. All right, so take a look. We come down here, multiple drives down. There's no shifts. This is a shift right here. Retraces back right into that candle and fails. Constantly fails. But the reason why this will most likely fail is because you're massively bearish. So you trying to catch this bottom is not a good idea, obviously. And then, but this, so you get 3 drives here. Shift above that high. That's a shift. But hey, do these models fail? Absolutely. Right, so you have to understand that, right? Comes right into an imbalance with a down candle. That's a beautiful setup. This whole little setup right here is beautiful. Guess what? Failed, came down again, pretend shift again, speakered out, took those lows, constant, another drives down. Here's another scenario. Does this hold? Look how they did it. This is a balanced price range. I like to see that right here. These 2 candles, like a U right there, or a V. And shifts above that high because that high created this low. Okay, so shifts above, comes back into that imbalance, starts going up, fails and fizzles out for the rest of the day. And look what they fucking do at the end of the day. At 4:43, they push it down all the way for people who are in here. I mean, that's fucking dirty. So they're letting you know we ain't trying to let you get in. And it's super heavy. But here is where do we go from here? So I have, so here's the problem. This is going to get tricky. And we're not in a very comfortable area, to be honest with you. You might want to sit back for a little bit and take day by day and let it, and let it show its hand. But this could get very, very, very tricky here. So what am I saying? We have an imbalance here on the 4 hour right there. See that? 4 hour imbalance. We have 50% of that, which is right here. Look to the right. We didn't even touch it. Okay, so this is what is worrying me. I'm actually in this position here, by the way. This right here didn't break that low. I'm in this position. What's my goal here? I don't have no expectations for it, to be honest, but my goal is to come back up to here at the least, which is where we broke structure from. Okay, so that's a buyer's remorse scenario. Come back and retrace to them. And if you look here on the 1 minute, that's the first green line. Look, it just blew through. It didn't even give them a chance to get out. It just kind of blew right through. So I'm expecting price to hit minimum level here. The second most minimum level here would be this level here, which I'm basically trying to say is the first green line is the low of the month right here for March, and then the low of the week of last week. So those 2 levels are these green lines right here. So I'm expecting price to come up to the low of the month or the low of the week right here, right? At the least, I expect us to come this high. The first one for sure. This one, I'm you know, hey, I'm sure we'll probably still retrace back up, but this low right here is the minimum. So it's a model of mine. But anyways, the problem with this is that we didn't hit 50% of the imbalance. It doesn't have to, no. Number two, look at the breakout artist here. What if this was a news event? This was definitely FOMC or something. This is at 2 p.m. Look at this. Look at the candle. When we shot up, we broke that swing high right there. It's clean. All right. And we also broke that high, which is the last 3 down candles. So these are demand blocks right here. Plus this shot up, and it would generally want to wipe out anyone who was a breakout artist. But look to the right. It didn't hit it. It got very close to this level, but it didn't. So this little area here, we might not be done. I'm not saying we're bullish or bearish. What I'm saying is that it might still come down. Asia London might bring it down, get into here, and then pop up. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to monitor this pretty well. But in general speaking, from here, lower low, lower high type of scenario. This is a lower low for sure. It's a break. Where's your lower high? Well, here or here. And this is even suspect. So this can go many, many, many ways. And it's just very difficult to do. But is it possible that we start ranging out, right? And then we start doing this back, right? We start coming and then we start doing some, this is a bad drawing. So I'm just trying to do it this way. Jeez, that was pretty ugly. But you get what I'm saying? Like, so this is still in the cards. The major factor is how we start dealing with this area. So because it could literally speak out and not come back up here, and then we can come back later just to this level. And as you see on the daily, we have a big gap. See that? So with that big gap, this is why I'm expecting price to eventually. Now it doesn't have to come tomorrow or this week, but I'm assuming that we'll have a body closed above this gap or at this gap, right? So does that happen tomorrow? That's kind of what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that this level doesn't break and then it just comes up and then it's a big bullish candle. And from there we can discuss, but I'm hoping it doesn't keep sinking, because if it keeps sinking, we're gonna have a tough market. So also on the downside, I've already mentioned these monthly gaps right here. Go on your monthly chart, you can see these gaps right here, right there. And then I have this one. See, look at this on the daily. Oh, this is already, what am I talking about? Wait a minute. I highlighted this. I could have swore, wait, am I missing something? I'm gonna push pause real quick. I don't know, never mind. I don't know what I was thinking with this. There was something I was thinking with this. But let me go to a week chart real quick. And then you could see that we never had a body with this gap right here closed. So also well, we're in this week now. So we're finally probably going to be sealing that. But there's a gap in between there. But that was not what I was going to say. But anyways. So yeah, anyways. Okay, I need to move on. Fuck. And then as you see, there you go again. Another break down. So retrace back 50% and then sold off pretty easy. Took out the last month's high, low. And we are fucking bearish. I mean, we know. So obviously you can see the signs of when it was bearish. When you get big ranges like this, then you're most likely bearish. So if you look at any other price action, look at this, straight down, right? Straight down, right? Straight down, right? Like, you're not really getting real structure. Like, okay, this is structure, yeah, right? But look how small the ranges are. So with this is pretty obvious, right? Double top, triple top, whatever you want to call this. But the writing was on the wall there. And then now Nas has finally showed its hand, right? So let's take a look here. Damn, look at Dow. So look, Dow ain't playing. I mean, they're in a rush. So they retraced back up as well, got in, held by that gap, sank down to these gaps. So real quick, obviously we're coming here to this window here, and even probably lower than that. Damn. Obviously Dow is much faster, and there's a gap in there too. Then there's a gap between here. Let me see. Yeah. See that gap right there? Draw that. I'm not saying all tomorrow or anything, but man, there's no way this. I haven't even. Imagine showing trades right now. So yeah, we have that. Yep, gap in there too. Shit. Sloppy. Shot right through the when we broke. See when we broke that high right there. Look to the right. We kind of busted through. So we're coming for this area here, most likely with that liquidity. Where is that? Hold on. I'm looking at this first time right now. When is this? January 18. January 18, roughly. Oh yeah, right here. This is this area right here I'm highlighting. This first one. So we got liquidity there. If you look on the 4-hour. So this liquidity there, come into this area. We're fucking down near already there. Shit. And then go back to S&P real quick. Where the fuck are you? And damn, it dropped hard. They already sealed that up. I think this is the next. Well, not next. I'm just saying as far as long term, if we're consistently bearish, this little pocket right here on S&P. See if I can. Yeah, there it is right there. I'm just gonna highlight it like this. Yep. And that liquidity, we want to purge that. We want to purge that low right there, so I can see that. What's that level? About 49.20. Gap there. So now again, I'm not saying it's just gonna fucking sink all the way down, but I think if we do, if we're bearish and we're lower low, lower high, we could probably get to that level. And that's pretty far. So don't get me wrong, I understand that, but because we got a break here again, does it mean that we can't take our time and range out? Start doing this, maybe make a shift, come back and wipe out some some sellers, and then continue our way down type of thing, right? And this could be like the rest of the fucking year. I don't know. So that's in the card, and dollar was slowly just grinding up. All right, and then dollar has now hit these last two up candles, so this could be resistance, and it got into that imbalance right here. So there's that gap still there. And that's why when I mean us ranging down, does this pop up into that gap while we're still popping up? That would just consistently push us down unless we just come down right now and then we start retracing back up now, right? So I don't know, obviously, but I'm taking day by day, keeping it simple. Wasn't there something else I wanted to say? I know there's something else I wanted to say, man. Nvidia might come and take out this gap that's still there. I think it should be illegal for them to have gaps like this, to be honest with you. If you're asking my opinion, I think it's illegal for them to have these type of gaps. I'll be real with you, man. Because it's like, damn, you don't even allow somebody to get in. That should be fucking illegal. I don't run the business, obviously, but I think that should be fucking illegal. I mean, you know, it's like or if you're gonna gap, at least come back to the gap, right? These motherfuckers got gaps that are haven't been closed in a long time. Look at this. You know, like I'm looking at Nvidia, obviously. See, like, okay, that's fine. I'm sure there's another one. Look at this. Look at this. Okay, but and then they'll say, "Well, you had a chance here, right?" You know, but at this end of the day, it's like that should be fucking illegal. I mean, if you ask me, that should be illegal. But anyways, I think we'll, and then as you can see, we double top there with Nvidia after wiping that liquidity. So that's a lower high, and then we're looking to break those lows and get into that gap. So I mean, the market's still heavy, man. I don't think there's anything else I need to mention, but you know, but I do like coming back to this level here, especially Nas because it's more strong. We're on an oversold area for sure, but coming up to here, we'll see what happens. So, all right, you guys take care and God bless.